Well, good morning. It's May 24th. We have cut all the grass. It is done for now. So that just leaves for today, work on the veggie garden and start to clean out of this root cellar, which we'll get onto in just a minute. Nice day. It was supposed to rain yesterday, Saturday, but it did not. So it's a little bit disappointed in that. So there'll be some watering done today. And let's get to work. Okay, so I came down here and to check out these racks because I thought hopefully they're bolted together, but they're not. They are, bring my light over. They're welded. And they were covered in rust, so I thought maybe I can knock them down, or they would break apart, but they don't. But all the surface rust came off. It's pretty thick. You can see that. So I have two options. I can either cut it apart with the grinder and take it out piece by piece, or refurb it down here, just move it around, work around it. This thing also welded together, and it is flipping heavy. There are screws in here, but that takes off this side, and these panels come out. So getting it up these stairs is not an option. I don't know how they got it down here. But what I'm going to try and do, and you see I moved this wood under there and it crushed it. So, I'm going to be good wood, but what I'm going to do is oil up these wheels and see if I can get it to move around a little bit. And then I can work around this. And there's this stuff I'll take out. Okay. Get to work. So I got this little bit of dust floating around in here because I was sweeping. I got this cleaned out. All the old rust off this thing and these old rotten pieces of wood. And not too bad looking. My light's starting to crap out. Alright, so the next phase, quit hitting my head, is there's a couple spots I'm gonna chip out. You can see here's a bigger one I just noticed, and what I'll do is patch them with some lime mortar, and then any other spots I see on the walls all look pretty good. There's a brick that came loose here, and I'll just remortar a brick. Put some bricks in there. I don't know what it's really doing other than looks. I oiled this thing up, this cart, and it moves pretty easy, so all I needed was a little oil. It's still going to be in the way, but I can work around it. This thing had chipped all the rust off of it. It's still rusty. But all the loose rust is gone, and it's basically half the way it was. But still pretty solid, so I think I can stick some wood planks on there, and it'll be it's just a shelf for jars and bottles. So the next step after that, after the plastering, and maybe this whole wall needs to be chipped down and plastered because it's just mud. The rest of them all seem to be either concrete or lime plaster, lime mortar. They're pretty solid. No, I went and checked around, no voids sounding after, except for this one. And this tear spot along here, that was a root from a tree that grew underneath. Yeah, you can see, there's the root. But, so the floor's all clean. So after that, after I do all the patching, I'll run a level in here, or laser. And make sure how well it's showing up. But the lights are on. Oh, that's better, I got sunlight. I'll take this down maybe 3 centimeters or 4. And I'll put on here what that is in inches. Then I'll put down a vapor barrier, plastic, visqueen, whatever you want to call it. And then probably 2 millimeters or 2 centimeters of gravel. And I'll compact that down. That'll give me an extra, basically if I take down 3, put 2, gives me net 1 centimeter, which is enough for me to stand up. I cleaned up the steps. They look pretty good. There's a couple spots that need a lot of work, like this one here. But what I'll do is run some mortar. I'll bed a mortar across here just to level them out, make them look okay. And again, I'll patch this and then lime wash it. It's pretty much in good shape. They put this bitumen stuff to waterproof it. I don't know how good it's doing, but we'll see if this mortar will stick to it. And then here's the hinges, hinge pins. I'll see if I can find the other half, and then I can put a door in here. And that'll complete this project. It'll be done. Figure out where this electric goes, and then I can run a light down here. Not that. And I think with the visqueen and gravel, it'll be drier down here, less humid, because a lot of the moisture comes off this. It's just hard packed clay, dirt. Not dirt, but floor. All right, and that's it for today in the cellar. So tomorrow there will be more. Well, good day. We're back down here in the village and in the cellar, or pogriff. What I found was, and I took this down with my fingers. There it is. Looks like they tried to patch this before, and they used clay and concrete. Concrete's not really good because it doesn't allow the moisture to pass through. And so it had a leak. I can see here. You can see the rust. So I took this off with my fingers. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's hollow sounding. So it's really not connected to anything. It's just there. It looks like mud and concrete, or clay. I don't know why I keep saying mud. Another spot. And I just noticed these now that I got more light. Here's a brick. And that's little. It's not damp, but it was wet at one point. So you can see up here, it's just nothing. It's old rust with some lime wash. Here's another one. So what I'm going to do is knock all this out. This will be later. It still feels damp. So let's knock all this bad stuff out with a hammer, go over it with a wire brush, and then make up some lime mortar. That seems to be lime mortar and plaster, or lime plaster. This will allow it to breathe. If there is a drip, or the water can come through it. I also want to get up the top side, find out where it's coming from, leaking. And I can fix it, and I want to find out where this terminates upstairs so I can use it. I can get light down here once we do get electric. So I'm going to try and put you on a tripod where you can see something, maybe. Okay. Okay. As you can see, it's a big piece of iron that runs across here, several of them, like ribs. And what happened is they used the wrong, there's several things happening. They used the wrong material to patch this where it broke. And it leads back to, it's just water seepage. And they covered it up upstairs on the surface with some kind of membrane to keep the water from coming down here. But the problem is, on the back of the house, these are not cobwebs, they're roots. Well, that's cobweb. There's no gutters, so all the snow that melts in the spring runs off the house into the back here, and it'll get underneath that visqueen. I don't see any other bad spots, or that membrane, and just come down here because there's a void. See another wire support. So I think that's all it. So now it's going to be, I'm going to wire brush it, and hopefully you're seeing some. Hard to tell. Okay, so the next step, get it cleaned off. Gotta get the surface rust off in order for it, I mean, it doesn't have to be shiny steel, but the surface rust off, then spot missed. Then this mortar or plaster should stay up there better. Here's all that just came off. This was all nice and clean. But now, so let's get this moving again. But hopefully we'll get this all back in usual order. And like I said, down 10 centimeters. And bring it back up 5 centimeters with gravel. It's plastic vapor barrier. Get some a new barrier up top. This is visqueen. I plan to put a deck over the top of this, and gutters on the back of the house at least. That'll help keep this dry. This is not in bad shape at all. It's pretty dry, except for like here. But they have some kind of roofing felt or something here. And it could be an option other than it would just hang and fill up with water and then. But I think roofing felt on the top or plastic would be the best option at this point to keep water from sinking directly on top of it. Get the gutter put on. Here, as you can see, no gutter. No gutter whatsoever. This isn't to be, just get a couple pieces of gutter up there, but you see this barrier with the bricks to hold it down. What I think I'll do is just buy some. It's not very expensive. Roll it out on top of this. I don't want to take it back up. Get the guttering on it, and that should take care of the ingress of water. And downstairs using the vapor barrier, gravel, and refinishing it with lime. Lime plaster should keep it dry and usable. It is nice and cool down there. It's good 10 degrees cooler. Okay, so let's make up a small batch of plaster and we'll see how things go. I don't plan on being here too long today, so. Okay, so what we're gonna have is basically it's gonna be a 3-to-1 mix of sand and lime. 1, 2. There we go. 3 sand. 1 lime. Mixed. Get a little bit wet. A little bit more lime. That looks about right. Not great quality sand, got stone in it. Little still a little too loose. Oops. Let's hope this is working. So in the mortar, get some water. And my mortar's this thing. And let's hit this spot. Okay, so I wasn't able to film too much of it, but I got some of it done. It does not look good, but it's up there. More is on the ground, but not bad for a first go. So I got all this. Still gonna do that. I sprayed too much water on that. Did not want to stick. This back here, But this is the first go. Let it dry. Well, I'll finish this up, let that dry, and then go over what I just did. And then one more time, and then I'll do this wall. But not too bad. A little bit hard filming down here. It's not a big space. All right.